que nous avons lancé avec l'Alliance française de Mumbai. Donc, nous avons aujourd'hui les étudiants de l'Alliance française de Mumbai, mais nous avons aussi les étudiants et les enseignants, les professeurs de partout de l'Inde. Donc, peut-être que ce sera un groupe un petit peu mélangé des étudiants de partout de l'Inde. Ce sera super bien. C'est samedi. Bon, c'est samedi qui va vous présenter la PPT. Et après, si vous avez des questions, on va adresser à vos questions à la fin de cette présentation. Je laisse les paroles à Sandeep.
Merci Preeti. Bonjour tout le monde. Je m'appelle Sandeep Bhutani. I'll be presenting you this trip to France in collaboration with Alliance Française de Mumbai and Alliance Française de Normandie, France. We're from Prayatna Education Society. And working for almost 20 years for promotion of French language in India. And we have been partnered with Alliance Française de Normandie, France for more than 10 years now. And more than 200 participants travel with us every year to France. It was a break of just the COVID, and then we restarted again. So taking you to the journey of this 9-day trip to France, and everything will be taken care by us, like including your air tickets, visa, and your stay in France, 15 hours of course with 7 hours of activities at Alliance Française de Normandie, France, and much more. So we'll be going through the journey today and how the trip goes about. As we are planning this trip in the month of March end precisely, and then we'll be moving ahead. This trip is planned with Alliance Française de Mumbai as well, and we'll be departing somewhere around 24th of March, and then the departure will be from Mumbai, or if somebody is not from Mumbai, the next destination for departure will be from Delhi. So you have to make your own arrangements to reach Delhi or Mumbai to start the trip, and then we'll be moving together. Visa will be taken care by our team, who is we'll be taking care of the documentation. My team will be coordinating with you regarding your documentations. And if you are from Mumbai or Delhi, we'll take an appointment with you have to go to the VFS center. The appointments will be taken care by us. And if you're from some other city also, we'll take the appointments for you. And then you can go on the same date with your file and all. And the visas normally will be done. Pre-COVID, it was done in a month's notice as well. But post-COVID, it is instruction from the embassy that you should file the visa at least 40 to 45 days before the travel. So that is how it is. Now I'll be taking you the journey of this trip now. So as we are from Prayatna Education Society, as I briefed you, we do many other things, but now we start with this educational trip. So the journey from India to France, that is departure from Delhi or Mumbai. This is the pictures of few of the previous trips that we have. We restarted last year, and then last year only we had a couple of groups which went in the month of May, June. Then we had group in the month of September, October as well. So this is a program which includes linguistic program, that is classes at Alliance Française, cultural exchange, staying with the French families, and much more. So in Paris, we will be going to the famous monument that is including Eiffel Tower. These are the few pictures there. As soon as we land at Charles de Gaulle Airport, we have people who will be joining us from Alliance Française at the airport only. All the transfers and excursions will be done by our own chartered buses. There will not be use of any public transport like metro or train, since you will be traveling with the luggage and all. But this really helps you out. And these are the pictures of the private chartered buses that we have. We do Bateau-Mouche as well. That is the boat cruise on River Seine, which gives you a mesmerizing view, and you can see the few monuments from outside. We do drop down at Arc de Triomphe, that is on the street Champs-Élysées, and click few pictures there as well. This is Champs-Élysées. We will be enjoying a couple of hours at Champs-Élysées as well. Eiffel Tower also, we go till the second floor through the lift and all, and that's how we cover Eiffel Tower. This is Sacré-Cœur, another monument, which is a beautiful sightseeing. And there we do some souvenir shopping also, because you can buy some cheap stuffs of €1, €2, €4 stuff. The market is near Champs-Élysées, or near Sacré-Cœur, I would say. Then we have one day for Parc Astérix. This is entire day for you to enjoy at Parc Astérix. We have rides, we have shows, we have much more for everybody. It's a place to enjoy. Then we take a transfer to the next city, that is Rouen, where we have a complete exchange that is staying with the French native families. There are around 40 to 50 families which are well registered with Alliance Française for years now. And this Alliance Française, Rouen, Normandy, we have been working with them for more than 10 years, as I briefed in the beginning. These families are well registered. There will be 2 people staying in one family. And morning breakfast and evening dinner will be there with the families. Throughout the day, we are out. That is, we will be attending classes at Alliance Française. And we have some sightseeing as well. This is Alliance Française, Rouen, France. Again, it's an outside picture of Alliance Française. This is a picture of the classroom that we have. Now the classes will be like, depending on the levels we have, we divide the groups also, depending on the strength that we get. So the classes are based on the levels of the people accompanying. This is city tour of Rouen. Rouen is very beautiful. The houses that you see are approximately 300 old or much more, I would say. But we'll be staying in the houses also, which are approximately 100 to 150 years old, very well maintained. And that's how the cultural exchange also takes place. This is Musée de Beaux-Arts. This is Gros Horloge. The clock that you see is actually a landmark. It is in the center city in Rouen. This is Cathedral de Rouen, which is beautiful. It's amazing to be there. We'll be going inside as well. This is Jeanne d'Arc from inside, a different kind of cathedral, very different shape. We have some fun game, also fun time for you, that is Doc Laser. This is again an historical Jeanne d'Arc. We'll take you to Museum of Education, how the education evolved in the entire Europe. This is a beautiful and different museum. Follow the justice. This is trampoline. We'll take you there as well. And at the end of the program, there will be a certification being given by the director of Alliance Française. So everybody who participates, they will be getting a globally valid certificate from the director of Alliance Française for completion of Séjour linguistic program. So that's how we have the whole journey. And if we are doing Paris first and then Rouen, then we'll be having our bus directly from Rouen, which will be there to the airport, and we'll be catching a flight back home. Those people who are purely vegetarian will be served pure vegetarian food. We'll take the choice of yours with the family, and even otherwise also, like throughout the trip, if you are purely vegetarian. We have few Indian meals also, authentic Indian meals. Couple of lunch are there at an authentic Indian restaurant, but you will be tasting many good things with the French families as well. Because with French people, you see, the evening time is the dinner time, and they spend about like couple of hours more than that on the dining table with chit chat. That's how the French also improves. You will be chit chatting in French, and you will be enjoying the whole evening with them. There will be around 6 evenings with them. So these are we also take school students also. So we take schools from all parts of India and even teachers from all parts of India and adults as well. But this trip that we are taking planning in the month of March, and it is mostly for adults, and there will be people from all parts of India who will be joining us. So that's the whole program all about. It's a 9-day of trip, including travel, and the cost of the trip is 2,35,000 per head. But yes, post-COVID, many things have changed since we are planning in the month of March end, and right now we're standing on 12th of January, so we don't have much time left. In case you are planning to join this trip in the month of March end, we have to hurry up. So it's 2,35,000 all inclusive. Only one thing we initially say that is not included is the day we are in Park Asterix, that day lunch is not included, because nobody wants to come to a point. So we clearly mentioned initially itself that on the day we are in Park Asterix lunch, there are like places where you can buy something and eat. It's a matter of 10, 12 euros that you'll be spending of your own. Rest everything, including visa fee, your travel, your transfers, your classes at Alliance Process, tickets to monuments or Eiffel Tower, everything is included. There is no hidden cost. Even GST is also included. So this price includes 5% of GST as well. So everything is all inclusive. If you are not very shopaholic, then I would say you have to carry around 100 or 200 euros. That's more than sufficient. But I guess those who want to shop as well, you get time in Paris and in Rouen, which is beautiful, and we have all the places to buy something or that. That's how the trip is being planned. And but the visas are now taking time. So if you are interested, we need to register you ASAP. So the first initial token amount, not the token amount, the first installment you can say of 20,000 rupees, you have to transfer latest by 16th of this month. So on and before 16th, you need to transfer 20,000 rupees. By 23rd of this month, you have to transfer another 1,15,000, because all the bookings will be done in advance. We'll take the appointments for the visas and all. So we have to really run fast now. That's my request, because we don't have much of the time left with us. So we need to plan ASAP. Now, I'll be happy to answer any of the queries anyone is having. So, and I'll be sharing one link in the chat box. You can just fill this form and let us know if you're interested. And that has also the bank details to transfer the amount. Everything is like you'll get receipt for every single penny. We are a GST registered company. So you get GST receipts from our account section. The only mode, because checks won't be, I think it's at this moment will be possible. So you need to do a bank transfer only. I'll put my mobile number for WhatsApp also in case you have any queries later on. Also, you can contact me for any queries and all. So I'll put the link for registration and even my mobile number. Now I'll be happy to answer any of the queries one by one so that everybody can listen to it. Somebody asked me to repeat the installments. That is, we'll be needing 20,000 latest by 16th of this month. 1,15,000 has to be paid by 23rd of this month, and remaining balance amount by first week of February.
Maybe we can have the quick look at the video and then we can take the questions further.
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my concern is, for example, everybody might. Okay, so
Can we just
everyone,
yeah.
everyone might be of different levels. Like someone might be of A1, someone might be of B2. So how will the class, like the certification, be carried? Can you help me with that?
Yeah, so the classes, what happens is initially there are two ways of dividing the group. One is that we take the levels from you if you already know your level. If you do not know your level, that means if you left some time ago and you're not sure of your level, then we kind of do a placement test before we assign a classroom to you. So once you reach Alliance Française, everybody is segregated as per the level in different batches. So we have 2 to 3 batches depending on your level. So supposedly you are doing B1 or you have already done B1, you will be attending classes that are suitable to you. And the focus is mostly on improving your communication skills, because that is something that we are looking at while we are traveling to France, and it becomes an added asset because you are staying with the host family. So what you're learning in the morning in the classroom, actually you go back and practice with your host families. So by the time you come back after 10 days, you realize that there's a huge amount of change in your linguistic skills, in your confidence level. So the batches are divided as per your level. So it's not about, attending one common class as everybody else is doing. You will be working as per your level of French in Alliance Française.
There's another question by Ved. Can we do A1 or A2 while being there?
See, A1 and A2 levels cannot be finished in 1 week of time or 10 days of time. You spend months doing them. If you have already done that and you are only planning to appear for the exam in Alliance Française de Rouen, that is possible, but the DELF exam date should fall at the same time. So that is not something that we are doing. It's not the DELF A1, A2 levels that you will be able to complete in 8 days of time.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask you that, are you looking at some student exchanges and immersion programs as well?
Yes, that will
coming
be in
year?
the month of May. That will be in the month of May.
So how do we connect? I mean, this contact number only I can contact you
Yes,
regarding the same?
Definitely.
And teachers also travel from that school. How many students, if you can give me an idea?
Yes, that is 15 students and one school teacher to take care of the students and to manage the group. The teacher will be accompanying with. So yes.
Okay. And the students also go and stay with families?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. The entire program is the same for them?
Absolutely same program. It's just that the level of classes would be different, but otherwise it's just the same. Yes.
Perfect. So then I'll write to you on this email ID and we can, I think, connect with you. Thank you. I think I'll take your leave.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, there's another question by Riddhi Rajput. She's saying, I have completed B2 already. Then what certificate will I get?
Okay, so the certificate that you get is that you have attended these many numbers of classes at Alliance Française de Rouen in the batch of whatever batch is being allotted to you. Supposedly you got the batch for B2, you will be given that you have attended 15 hours of classes at Alliance for B2 level. So it's not, you are not doing C1 or C2 in France in 1 week of time. Please be careful of that. If you guys are thinking that you have done your B2 and you will go there and you will be back with C1 in your hand, that is not the case, but you will definitely be back with a level of C1 for spoken proficiency in 10 days, but not with the certificate of C1. So the certificate mentions how many number of hours you have done course at Alliance Française de Rouen and in which batch.
Hi, Aparna here. So
Yes.
a quick, kind of a similar question. So right now I'm in the midst of B1. So like I am with AF, like studying at AF. So in
Okay.
case I come part of this trip and we have this 15-hour session, so it will just be an add-on for me, right? Like a certificate. So I need to
Yes.
come back to India and continue my B1. This is just an add-on certificate basically for us that
See,
we
this
have.
is an add-on certificate, and this is an advantage because what we have noticed over the years, because I have been organizing this trip and accompanying the teachers and students for almost 12 years now, what we have seen is the tremendous change that comes when you come back having spent 10 days of time with French people in France. Because even if, we are trying to give you the best here, it is true that when you move out in the society, you do not have that atmosphere of practicing French language sufficiently. And there 24/7, you are bound to speak in French because nobody is going to reply you in English. So when you
Right.
come back, you will officially you will stay in the same level because you are part of Alliance Française de Mumbai, but your level would have improved quite a bit, quite a lot. In fact, I wouldn't say quite a bit.
Yeah, true. And just one more question. Out of our 9 days trip, I think it was said we'll be staying with the host families for 6 days, right? Approximately.
It's an 8-night program altogether. 6 nights. We are spending 2 days in Paris, and the rest of the days will be in Rouen. So when we are in Paris, we are not with the host families. We stay with
Right.
the international residences. So that's kind of a more fun time. So that's what we said. The program is divided equally into everything. It's an educational program because you're going to study, also you're going to learn. It's a cultural program because you're going to stay with the host family. It's a touristic program as well because you're going to do excursions and spend time visiting the essential monuments of France. So it's a combined package of all kind of trips, all kind of things
Right.
that you do in France.
And it's just another last question. This trip is organized every March of the year, or is it organized semi-annually, or in case we are not able to come this March, like how does this go? Like,
See, with Alliance Française de Mumbai, we planned a program before COVID, but because of COVID, we had to cancel it. So we are restarting it now, and definitely we want this to happen once every year. But otherwise, yes, Prayatna organizes trip in the month of March, in the month of May, June, and October.
so we have an opportunity 2 or 3 times more in case we don't. Is it fixed? Like it will be organized for the succeeding months
Oh,
as well
we
during
do
this?
almost 4 to 5 groups every year. Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Now,
you.
if somebody asks me regarding the
Wonderful.
safety in the host families, now host families, like Preeti, you describe about the families as well.
Yeah, so the host families where you stay, these are not just the families that we pick up, anyone who is available to take it. There is a lot of investigation, there is a lot of inquiry, there's a lot of, pre-preparation goes on before anyone becomes a host family. So the representative of Alliance visits also the family to see how is the room, how the people are. So everything is well taken care before we choose a host family. In fact, it's Alliance Française which chooses the host family, and they have been doing it for years. So families are very safe for the students. A girl student will be staying with a girl student only. That means 2 students who are staying together, they will be of the same gender. Same goes for school students, same goes for adults as well. We do not mix there, even though French people do not mind, but keeping in mind the Indian context, we have to be a bit careful about those things. So we avoid doing that. So it's very safe. You don't have to worry about host families at all. They are more like your grandparents. Or even parents. They will be looking after you just like your parents. They will be concerned for you, whether you're covered enough or not, whether you're eating enough or not. So it's a very good experience that we have with the host families. I think that's one of the best experience that people ever have. Yeah.
One more thing I want to ask is, this program is only for people who know French, like basic French, or is it that people like, okay.
No, it's because, see, when we do a program for school students, we do take the beginners also, or the ones who haven't started learning, but would be keen on learning French in Alliance Française in Normandy, because Prayatna is not a travel agency. First of all, I would like to mention, yeah, we are completing 20 years this year. And in 20 years, we have been working only in the domain of French language. We do French teachers training, we do students program, exchange program to France and Quebec, but it's all about French. So we are working with French organization, French students, and French teachers. So that is the important aspect for us. But yes, for students who are willing to go and learn, we don't mind taking them.
Okay, I got it.
Hello.
Yes,
I
hi.
have a very different question, I guess. I
Okay.
have actually applied for my study visa in Canada just today. I
Mhm.
submitted my file. So I've
Okay.
already talked to my agent. Like she said there would not be any problem, but just there's one thing, like when you will be needing my passport, because it would be a
Oh,
problem if my passport will be with you and the Canadian embassy would
when do
need
you
it.
have to apply for it?
I have applied just today. I've submitted my file at the embassy, but my intake is for September
Oh, you
20.
have time. You have time. They are not going to reply to you probably very quickly. And Canadian Embassy takes passport only when they are ready to give the visa. So maybe
Yeah.
just few days before. So you have time. If you are for September intake, they will not be asking you for your passport before June or even July or maybe August. So relax.
Okay.
You have
And
time.
there's one more question. Like I have studied B1, but due to some issues, I was not able to give exam. So I do not have certificate for B1, but my level is B1. So
Yeah, that's
would
okay.
you be?
You don't need the certificate. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Hi, Priti.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Nishangi Dave. I'm from Vadodara, Gujarat.
Okay.
So I have 2-3 questions for you. Like I have completed B2 from Alliance Process Ahmedabad.
Okay.
So if I want to move ahead, like what will be the like exact date to going to Paris, because I'm doing job and I have to apply for PL. Second thing, the total cost is 2,35,000. So it's a silly question, but just I want to know that also I need to know that what will be the temperature there, what necessary products we have to buy from here.
Oh, that we
Uh,
send you everything. Don't worry. You know, we just don't leave you at any point in time. Even before going, you will get a list from us, which will mention how to
okay,
pack your bags and what all to pack. So don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about that at all. Regarding the dates,
okay,
see, unless we have the number of students, number of registrations, then only we can start looking at the airlines which are available. And we are saying March end. So, you know, that means saying that we would like to leave between 24th to 26th of March and be back by first week of April. But the exact date, it's only possible to give you once everybody registers. So that will not be possible
okay.
immediately. But then this is the departure time that we are looking at.
So mostly end of the March month, right?
Yes, it is end March, definitely end March.
Okay.
And these are the dates we are looking at.
And I'm living in Vadodara, so will it be like any problem during procedure?
No,
If
nothing,
any
not at all.
documents I
You
need?
will apply for your
Okay,
visa only in Vadodara, in Ahmedabad. You don't need to come to Mumbai for that. So it's absolutely fine.
okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi,
It's,
Gata here.
yeah.
Hello. I just wanted to know if you could share the all the stuff we'll be doing, like the PPT you all showed with all the monuments and the places we are visiting. If we could all if you could share that with us, so we can just go through it later.
Don't worry, the
And
staff will be sharing with you the itinerary, the itinerary that we shared with you just now. They will be able to share it with you along with the form. So you can have a look at everything. Yeah.
okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Ma'am, there's a concern of Prerna. She is asking that, ma'am, I will be applying for the passport by tomorrow and get it made as soon as possible. So will I still be possible for me to apply?
Okay, so
Yes,
Prerna, we need
I've
to know
actually
what is
given
that
her the
as soon as
number.
possible.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
given her the number actually, so she can directly contact me. We'll see
Yeah,
how
I will
much
do that.
quickly we can do. So I've given her the number.
All
Yeah.
right, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So guys, if you have any other question you want to ask, Ishangi, do you still have a question? I see your hand raised.
No.
Okay.
Hello,
If
ma'am.
anyone-
Soumya, hi. I want
Yes,
to know
hello.
what is the group size of the we'll be visiting Japan? Like, what is the
Pardon?
approximate group size? Batch
The group
size, like number of
size?
people.
I think it's going to be around 30 students.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
25 to 30 students. That depends. We are going to get the exact number by 16th of January. It's going to be like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yes,
Hello.
please. Hi.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as I have done B1 from Alliance Francaise, so if I do from there, so what has been written on the certificate?
See, the certificate will mention the number of hours of studies that you have done in Alliance Francaise de Normandie and in which
Okay.
batch you were put. So it's going to be an extra advantage or asset for you that you did also a part of your studies in Alliance Francaise in France.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. This is the last one. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Kranita, I have your hands raised. Please ask your
Hi.
question.
Yeah, I wanted to know that I have the same concern about the passport. I don't have the passport right now, and I will be applying for the passport. So will it be possible for me to appear? And what are the documents needed for visa as well?
Okay, so visa documents are easy, and once everybody, those who register, our staff gets in touch with you and help you prepare your file. So that's nothing you need to worry about. But about your passport, the definite thing that we need to know is how much time it's going to take for you to get your passport in hand. So, Kranita, what you can do, you have the number in the chat box, get on a personal DM on this number so that we can discuss how many days it's going to take for you to get your passport. And then only we'll be able to tell you whether we can take you in this batch or probably you'll have to wait for the another one.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, just note down the number from the chat and then you can get in touch personally to know about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, as far as the airlines is concerned, we will be giving you the best of the airlines. We normally travel through Finnair, Air India. There is at times we have traveled through Emirates or Qatar. So we try to have the best of the airlines. We normally try to have the flight during a night only so that we can reach early morning. That's how we choose the airline. All these details like itinerary and everything will come to you. Don't worry about it. So it will come at a later stage. So as soon as you register and all, we will be taking your passport copies and start the process. So my team will be in touch with you with all the things. You get all the information on your emails, like weather report, packaging details, everything you'll be getting. Well, May, June is a different thing. If you are right now, we are focusing on March only. So May, June will be announced soon. But in case you have any query for March trip, I will be happy to answer. Otherwise, you have my number. I've given the number that is 9810990693 in the chat box. You can DM me for any of the queries you have.
Yeah. I think Pooja has.
Hi. Yeah. Bonjour. The thing is, as you mentioned, the air, everything will be done by you. But the thing is, if we arrange the air travel on our own, will that be possible?
You will have to match the same flight as ours. So that's kind of a complicated because we travel with a group. It's not possible that everybody arrives at Paris airport on their own timings and then we catch up with the group. So that's a very,